What were you doing before getting into rap?
Before rap, oh man, I was working for the Houston Chronicle selling newspapers door to door, selling newspaper subscriptions door to door. And then prior to that, I was a cook at Kentucky Fried Chicken. Prior to that, I was mowing grass with my godfather, who's a pastor, who was a Baptist pastor. And I used to stand around and ask people, could I pump their gas?
Yeah.
I did some telemarketing for one day.
Yeah.
I
done had some one day jobs though. I feel you. I done had a one day job.
Willie
Walk in there
D's
and be like, nah, this ain't it.
Willie D is a telemarketer.
I was a telemarketer for one day, man. Me and my buddies, we was working at this place that was trying to sell trips. They was trying to sell trips to Waikiki, Hawaii.
Yeah.
So that was the catch. And you could win a trip to Waikiki, Hawaii. And so I did that one day after school, man. And I probably did it for like 4 hours, didn't make one nickel. And
it was based on what you sold and shit.
Yeah. Straight up commission only.
Yeah.
So we went out there, man. We had to catch the bus to go out there. We was on the north side, so we had to catch the bus to go to to Sharpstown. That's where the place was located, off of Bel Air.
Yeah.
And man, we didn't sell. I didn't get one sale. I think one of my buddies got one sale, but after that, man, we was like, man, we can't afford to come out here. I can't even afford to get on the bus to come out here
because you ain't making no money.
Because I'm not making money.
Yeah.
So I quit.
Yeah. So when do you get into the rap thing? Like, what gets you into wanting to be an MC?
I got into rap when I was 15.
This is what year?
But I. What'd you say?
Like, around what year is this? I'm just trying to put a time to it.
This is 83.
Okay. So, like, the message is out and that type of shit like that. Run DMC just started to come out.
Yeah, Run DMC was popping. In fact, it was Run DMC that encouraged me to even start rapping. What happened was that we were standing around listening to Run DMC in the neighborhood. Me and a bunch of my good friends in the neighborhood. And this was one of the rare occasions when we wasn't fighting or getting into something crazy or playing basketball or something. Yeah. We didn't fight every day. But,
yeah. We gonna get to the fights. I gotta ask you, but I done heard some stories about them fights, but yeah.
So we listened to Run DMC, and my buddy Steve Mayweather say, man, Willie can do that. I don't know why he picked me out of everybody.
You never rapped before.
I never rapped.
Yeah.
He said, man, Willie can do that. And I'm just listening. And they started laughing. Like, yeah, right.
Was it on some joke shit, or did he just feel like you was just on some like?
No, he was serious.
Yeah.
So they started laughing, and then when they started laughing, I took it as a challenge because I had never written raps before, but I had written songs before in poetry.
Yeah. So
I felt like I listened to Run DMC's cadence, and it was, it wasn't complicated.
Yeah.
It was good. And I felt like you had to be talented to say what they were saying, but the wordplay wasn't complex.
Right.
So I was like, I think I'd probably do it. So we go into he go to his house, I go into my apartment. We come back in an hour. Everybody waiting, they anticipating what we're gonna say. So he said his rap, and everybody started laughing. I said my rap, they started raising their eyebrows.
You remember anything about the rap?
I don't remember the rap, but I know it was corny. By today's standards, or even by my standards, when I started professionally making music.
Yeah.
But it was good enough to make them say, wow.
Yeah.
They raised their eyebrows. They were like, man. So after that, it was only 8 bars. I only had 8 bars. So after that,
so you knew how to count bars and shit back then too, or you just saying shit?
I was counting bars back then.
Oh shit, okay.
So I was like, and 8 bars was the standard. Go back and listen to Run DMC raps from back then.
Yeah.
And you'll hear
like Rock Box and shit like that. Those were short
first
verses.
Couple albums, like 8 bars.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. I started rapping that verse, battle rapping that verse. So dudes started coming to my house from different parts of Fifth Ward, knocking on the door.
The word got around that quick.
Word got around.
That Willie can rap.
Yeah. And then they started coming from South Side, coming out to the hood.
Yeah.
Want to battle. So I was rapping the same 8 bars every time I battled somebody. And I would get to the end of the 8 bars and I'd be like, you know what, man, I ain't gonna even waste my time on you. You know what I'm saying? I'm done with that. I'm done with you, boy. Everybody just, ooh.
No, you ain't got shit.
I ain't got nothing else, right? So I knew that was gonna play out sooner or later. So I was like, you know what? Let me write some more before they catch on to what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I wrote a little bit more. So now I got a verse. Wrote a little bit more. Now I got a song. Then I wrote another song. So then I started.
What are you writing to at the time? You got instrumentals, or you just writing just?
No, I wasn't writing the instrumentals back then. It was just
off the head.
Yeah. So after that, I started going to getting into these battles at school and stuff.
What school you went to?
Forest Brook.
Okay.
So I'm battling at school, battling at home, and I start to say, like, you know what, I might be able to do this, right? Like maybe I can make a career out of this.
Yeah.
So now I'm 17, I'm boxing and I'm rapping. And I just won the Golden Gloves, Texas Golden Gloves.
So you popping in the rap and the boxing.
Yeah.
So you got hands and lyrics at this point. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm figuring like one of these is gonna be my way out of the hood. And so I started thinking which way I want to go. Everybody thought I was gonna follow in my uncle's footsteps. My uncle is Melvin Dennis. He was a professional fighter. He fought Wilfred Benitez back in the days. Y'all can look the fight up. He never fought in a championship fight, but he and Wilfred Benitez were fighting to see who was going to fight Sugar Ray Leonard.
Right, I heard that name for Wilfred Benitez.
So they robbed my uncle because my uncle didn't have the politics behind him. He didn't have the right people.
Yeah.
So they robbed him of the fight. But then again, you can say they didn't rob him because when you're fighting somebody of that magnitude, you got to knock him out.
Absolutely.
You can't just fight him. You got to knock him out. He didn't knock him out. So anyway, they thought I was going to follow in his footsteps. So it came to a point to where I had to make a choice out of rap and boxing. And I started thinking it out. I was like, well, the girls like raps. The girls like rappers. The girls like boxers. The girls like, now I say I can make a lot of money rapping. I can make a lot of money boxing.
Yeah.
But at the end of the night, I don't have any headaches when I rap.
Yeah.
So I chose rap.
So at that point, did you just say I'm gonna commit to rap and you just go into the rap thing, or were you still boxing and it just really wasn't the main focus?
I gave up the boxing at that point. After I won it all, I gave it up, and I just committed myself to rapping.
Yeah. So you rapping, and I hear like a lot of people talk about Willie D in these battles. You know what I mean? I hear about the Rhinestone and all these different types of battles. Tell me, like, does that turn into like the battle scene? And tell me about just the battle scene back then and where it was going down and all that.
The battle scene was contentious at the Rhinestone, but it started off at a place called Flashes. Flashes, the first time I went to Flashes, listen up, kids, I got booed.
Yeah.
I went there unprepared. I'm just thinking I can rap. I'm going there and get on stage.
Yeah.
I get there. It's a group that later signed a rapper I called Royal Flush.
Royal Flush, shirt of Royal Flush. Yeah.
And Royal Flush is there. Romeo Poet is there.
DJ Young Sam's dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
They get on stage, they kill it. They got music, they got beatboxers and all this stuff. They killing it.
Yeah.
And they polished like professional. They killing it. I get up there and I'm rapping a cappella.
Oh.
Boo, boo, get off stage, boo, 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 boo. Man, I cussed the crowd. I slammed the mic. I said, I'll be back. Left, came right back the next week. Got up there. I didn't win, but I didn't get booed.
Yeah. Progress.
So that's a win in your book. Shit.
That was some progress.
Yeah.
And for like the next 4 or 5 weeks, I got a little closer every year.
And this spot was on the north side?
Every week, huh?
This spot you talking about, it was on the north side?
It was on the north side.
Okay.
I got a little closer every week, but I couldn't win over there. And that place shut down and the Rhinestone opened up.
Yeah.
And I caught my groove.
Yeah.
So,
at the right time.
Yeah, I caught my groove, man. So what I did, I just kept going. I just kept getting better every week. I just kept getting better. And
what's the battling like? Is it more like I'm talking about you, or is it just like my rap's just harder?
What you do, you rap. You do a regular rap first. You can talk about anything, like just rapping. You basically rap a song.
Yeah.
Then if you make it out the first round, you get into the rap attack part where you get to shoot the duds and rank on each other.
Yeah.
The rank part of it.
Yeah.
So the goal was to get out of that first round and get to the second round and be able to battle.
Yeah.
The battle rap. So the battle rap would always be like 3 to 4 acts. And we going in on each other.
Yeah.
So when I first started winning, I would win one, then lose one, win one, lose one. Then I won 2 in a row, lose, win 2 again, lose, win 3 in a row, lose.
Is it a champion in this, or is it just every week it's new?
Every week is just a new
group.
It's just the same thing. We never had a battle royale or nothing where you crown a champion.
Yeah.
At the end of a certain period, but I was getting a lot of experience emceeing and controlling the crowd.
Yeah.
So it came to a point where dudes would come from New York to Houston to get into the battles. And they would come from Miami, they come from Dallas. Vanilla Ice even came down.
No shit.
Before he got hot, he used to come down.
To the Rhinestone?
He used to come to the Rhinestone from Dallas.
Get the fuck out.
Like I remember 4 times he came, 4 times I ate him up. Yeah.
4 times he came, 4 times I ate him up.
Yeah,
hey.
but the thing about him, I can say about him, he was brave. He did not care. He'd get in your face like, you rap me. And he'd be serious.
Yeah.
He'd come down with himself, and it'd be like 2 or 3 black dudes.
Yeah.
That's how he used to rock.
Yeah.
And he would come down. He didn't come down every week. He would come down 1 week, miss a week or 2, then come back down. But the dude was relentless. He was really trying to win it. He thought he was the man, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't want to rag on my man, but you know, his raps, it wasn't on that level, you know.
Yeah.
But they would cheer him on anyway so he can get into the rap attack part.
Y'all can eat his ass.
So I can go in. Yeah, so he would always make the second. He'd always make the second round.
Set his ass up every week.
Boy, throwing alley-oop up there.
Yeah, he'd always make that second round, but people would get really, really upset at times, and some dudes, they couldn't take it.
Yeah.
So they would, they would get a little aggressive.
Yeah.
And then you have to ding fries and shake them, and then they get their mind right.
Yeah.
And everything be cool again.
Yeah. Okay. So tell me, what do you meet Jay Prince at the Rhinestone? Or how does that work?
Nah. Me and Jay from the same hood. We had the same barber, but we from different sides of the track, literally.
Okay.
In Fifth Ward. Like Fifth Ward is really like it's a neighborhood that where you identify where you from in Fifth Ward by the parks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Jay like from Tuffley Park, and so it depends on how close you live. Whatever park you live closest to,
that's the one you claim.
That's the one you identify.
Yeah.
That's what you identify.
Yeah.
So Jay from like Tuffley Park, Liberty Road.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm from Finnegan Park.
Mm-hmm.
And Brewster Park.
Okay.
You dig? So my barber, whose name was Harvey, he would always say, man, Jay got the money, you got the talent. Y'all need to put that together.
Yeah.
and make some records, man, and go gold, and then make a movie, and then put me in it.
He telling you all this right here,
Yeah.
one sitting.
Yeah, he say. No, he would talk to me weekly.
Oh, over time, yeah.
Weekly.
Yeah.
He'd be like, man, them boys come on here, they tell me how you be whooping them boys up there at the Rhinestone at that club. Man,
Yeah.
what's the name of that club? That's how he talk. What's the name of that club? He's an older dude. He's like, yeah. And he had a tracheotomy.
Yeah.
So he really talked like this. Yeah, man. They tell me what you be doing up there at that club.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
yeah, man. And they just yeah. You need to get with Jay, man. Y'all need to get together, man. So he used to tell me this week after week, man. I don't know how long he told me, but it was a long time.
Yeah. And neither one of y'all ever approached each other.
I used to see him getting his hair cut sometime.
Yeah.
Like he knew who I was.
Yeah.
I knew who he was.
Yeah.
But I was Willie motherfucking D.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
What's
like,
y'all age difference? Because y'all kind of
he 2 years older than me.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I'm like, man, you know I'm out here killing it.
Yeah.
Cause the first incarnation of the Geto Boys, when his brother was in the group.
Mm. The original Geto Sir Rap-A-Lot, and who are the original members?
Yeah, it was Sir Rap-A-Lot, Raheem, and Jukebox.
Okay.
But Sir Rap-A-Lot came up there one day and got into the contest. I can't remember exactly who he was with, but he was with some, I can't remember, but got him. Came up there, got him.
Yeah.
So so I know, and Jay and them used to come up to the Rhinestone, so I know he saw me on the stage killing it, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, and then at the time too, I'm thinking like Def Jam.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like on
You trying to go big?
Yeah, I'm thinking like I'm gonna sign with Def Jam or somebody like that, right?
Yeah.
So I wasn't really like trying to pursue signing with Rap-A-Lot. At that point, there was no success like how it is now.
On the East Coast, yeah.
So me, I'm dumb. I'm young, dumb, arrogant. I'm like, I'm Willie D. You know what I'm saying? Come to me. I ain't got 2 nickels to rub.
Yeah.
Right?
What's your impression of Jay Prince at this time? Is he just like the man that's just like the young dude who kind of just owned in the streets and shit, or like?
No, I mean, it was just I ain't really have an impression. It was just
I'm just trying to figure out how you seeing him every week, and you like, I know he got it. You know what I'm saying? He got a label. I ain't really got the money like that, but nigga, I'm Willie D. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I just didn't put a lot of stock in other dudes.
Yeah.
I wasn't never that type of dude.
Yeah.
I was like,
Right.
Yeah,
I'm
of
gonna get in
course.
my own lane and I'm gonna create my own thing.
Yeah.
And if what's for me gonna be for me.
Yeah.
I always kind of had that type of mentality.
Yeah.
But I knew who Jay was. I knew what he was about to an extent.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I felt like I had made a name for myself, and I was doing something that was worthy of being approached myself.
Yeah.
Eventually, one day Harvey was like, man, let me give him your number. And I just gave my number one day and left it. I wasn't even really expecting a call. Because again, I'm not thinking too much of Rap-A-Lot at this time.
Yeah. It's just some label in the city.
It's like a local label to me. So I really wasn't thinking like it was going to be this big thing what it is now.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking like, okay, whatever,
Yeah.
So I just give him my number just to really shut him up. I'm not thinking we finna go out here and make history.
Yeah.
So a couple of weeks later, Jay called me to come in to do an audition. I go in there with my DJ Wiz, knock it out the park. He got some of the other artists standing around checking it out, and the other people from the label, they there checking it out. So I leave, and he offered me a contract, offered me a solo contract. So,
because you wanted to be a solo act, the group thing wasn't your intentions.
But once I went up to the offices and saw the layout, I went up there to the warehouse. I could tell it was real.
Yeah. What does it look like? What are you pulling up to? Like, kind of paint the picture.
I'm pulling up to some warehouses over off of Washington Road.
Yeah.
Washington Avenue.
Okay.
Yeah.
And not too far from where Land Rover is.
Yeah.
Yeah. On the other side of the freeway. Okay.
Yeah. So it's over there, and the warehouse is over there, and it's a nice space, big office. I see the product and everything. So now for the first time, I'm really visualizing that this could be a movement.
Yeah.
I'm seeing workers.
You seeing real studios?
Yeah, I'm seeing workers. I'm seeing the outfit. I'm seeing the workers. I'm seeing the artist that's there. And I'm seeing, and I'm hearing Jay. Now Jay is telling me what the vision is.
Yeah.
He's like, "This is what I want to do, man. Whoop whoop and doo doo doo." So I'm like, "Okay, he got the money. I got the talent.
Let's go.
Let's do it."
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I start going in as a solo artist. After I knock out my solo album, Jay come to me and say, "Man, what you think about being in the Geto Boys?" Well, first he came to me and asked me to write a couple of songs for the new album.
Okay.
So
were they still GHETTO?
Yeah.
Okay.
He asked me to write a couple songs for the new Geto Boys album, which I was not going to be a part of. So I wrote Let HBH and I wrote Do It Like a Geo.
Yeah.
Right? So they fell in love with the song. Jay, everybody around was like, "Yeah, this is the direction I want to take the group. I want to go in this direction."
Because it's important for the listener that the original Geto Boys, they weren't doing the hard street edge stuff.
No, they wasn't hard. They wasn't doing it hard like that. It was totally different.
Yeah, yeah.
So I wrote those songs, and Jay was like, "This what I want.
Yeah.
This what I've been looking for."
That hard shit. Yeah.
So when he presented the songs to the dudes, to Johnny C and Jukebox, Johnny C was like, I rap this song that Do It Like a Geo, but I ain't rapping that song.
Yeah.
So Jukebox was still down with it, but he quit the group when we went in the studio to make the first. I'm kind of jumping the gun right here a little bit, but he quit the group once me and Brad got in the group and we were getting ready. We started a new album, starting working on a new album. He quit like the first day after the first day. He quit.
What out? This is We Can't Be Stopped. Y'all working on, or the one before, or Grip It?
This is Grip It.
Oh shit.
So he quit the group right then and there. But to back up, I wrote a couple songs, and they liked it. He wanted to go in that direction. Gave Prince Johnny C an ultimatum: rap this, go solo. Prince Johnny C go solo. Jay come to me one night when I was living in Swiss Village on Homestead.
Yeah. What's Swiss Village? I'm from the South Side, bro.
Swiss Village is like a apartment complex.
Yeah.
Like a low income
project.
You know. Some people they call it low income, but some people paying $900 a month.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Over there. They probably a lot more than that now.
Yeah.
But anyway, he asked me to be in the group. And I'm like, nah, I don't want to be in no group.
Yeah.
Too much headache. So he was like, do it for me.
At that point, yeah.
You know, the thing about it for me was like, here's a dude that's invested in my dream. This is my dream to be a rapper. He invested in my dream. You know, he want me to do him a favor. I'll do that. I'm a team player first and foremost.
Yeah.
So I did it as a favor. I never planned on staying in the group longer than one record. I was just going to do it for that one record and then get out. Because he told me, he said, man, if this don't work out, I'm getting out. He said, this is my last piece of money that I'm working with right here.
Yeah.
And if this don't work, this album don't work, I'm getting out. So I felt a sense of obligation to help him realize his dream.
Push. Yeah.
Yeah, give him that push. Right, do what I could do, do my part.
Yeah.
So I agreed to join the group. He told me he had this other dude named DJ Action, who everybody knows is Scarface now.
Yeah.
He said on the South Side, he said, I want to put y'all, I want to make you and him put y'all in the Geto Boys with Jukebox. So we went in the studio for it to be us three. The first day we went to the studio.
Was Reddy Red a part of the group, or he was just like
Reddy
producer?
Red was a part of the group, but I'm talking about rappers.
Rapping, yeah.
Reddy Red was the DJ.
Yeah.
And producer. We go in, first day, Jukebox quit. It's like the first day or the second day, I can't remember. He quit for some personal reasons.
Yeah.
And
what did y'all say when he quit? Y'all tripping, or y'all just was like, fuck it, keep it moving?
Hell no.
You got an album to make.
Keep it moving, bro.
Yeah.
Don't do no tripping.
Yeah.
No more talk.
Yeah.
Don't do none of that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, hey, man, when it's time to move, and I got that mentality right now.
Yeah.
When it's time to move, you either gonna roll with me or get out the way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get rolled over.
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how it is.
Yeah.
I'm not stopping. Once I get that in my head, that this is what I want to do, this the vision, this is where we going. And Jay had that same kind of mentality. And everybody else who signed up had that mentality. Like, we didn't think about it. We just kept moving.